Hello and welcome. Welcome to the Wisdom for Life podcast. My name is David Baker, and we have a short one for you today, but an interesting thought. So, in 1986, in the world, we had the biggest industrial catastrophe, accident, whatever you want to call it, in the world. It's called Chernobyl. Okay, Chernobyl. Nuclear meltdown. 31 direct casualties, they say. Up to 6,000 liquidators, they called it. People who went through the city to get rid of, to pull out things that are expensive that they didn't want to leave there. They say some 6,000 people died in that. Disease, cancers, anywhere from 4,000 to 16 to 60,000. Nobody really knows. But the largest nuclear disaster in the world. Here's one explanation of insight of what happened. Two electrical engineers were playing around with the machine. They were performing an unauthorized experiment by trying to see how long a turbine would freewheel when they took the power off it. And the question is, how much vodka were they drinking? Okay, doesn't tell that story, but probably. Taking the power off that kind of nuclear reactor is a difficult, dangerous thing to do because these reactors are very unstable in their low ranges. In order to get the reactor down to that kind of power, where they could perform the test, they had to override 6 separate alarm systems. One by one, these alarm systems would say, stop, danger, go no further. One by one, rather than stopping the experiment, they shut off the alarm and kept going. The result, nuclear fallout recorded all around the world. The largest industrial accident ever to occur. 55,000 people in that city, now largely abandoned. Okay? What happened? They did not heed the warnings. You know, we're the same way with God. God gives us warnings. God gives us warnings all throughout the Bible. And what do? We ignore them. We ignore them. Hey, that check engine light, there's a reason why it's there. Okay? I had a friend and he went to Bible college and somebody gave him a car. He didn't have a car. They gave him a car. 6 months later, the engine blew up. Just blew up and quit. And so he was talking to the owner, the guy that gave him the car, and he asked him, wow, I'm surprised that happened. When's the last time you changed your oil? He said, what? When's the last time you changed your oil? I didn't know I was supposed to. He had never been taught to change your oil and blew up the car that somebody gave to him. That's a bad way to learn. Okay? What happened? He ignored the warnings. What's that like? I don't know. I don't know. So let me give you a few things that God warns us about. All right? Warnings are all throughout the Bible. Big number one, women. Solomon warns his son about 8 different types of women. A foolish woman, strange, evil, whorish, brawling, odious, angry, contentious. 8 different types of women. Proverbs 7, watch out. With her much fair speech, she caused him to yield. Oh, she had on the attire of a harlot. Watch out, warning, warning, warning. Do guys see that warning or does that draw them in? Warning. What happened? Many strong men have been slain by her. Many strong men have been slain by her. Her house is the way to hell, going down to the chambers of death. What happened? He saw the warnings, but he didn't heed them, and it destroyed him. Women, big deal. Many strong men, Samson, David, Absalom, Abraham. Their lives were hurt, messed up by a woman. Number 2, friends. Warning of friends. Can 2 walk together except to be agreed? Hey, if your friends go in the wrong direction and you're walking with them, ding, 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 ding. Hello. That means you're going the wrong direction. You did run well. Who hath hindered you that you should not obey the truth? Solomon warned his son about 13 different types of men. A foolish man, wicked, evil, cruel, slothful, wrathful, ungodly, furious, mad, deceitful, violent, froward, and angry. Watch out. You either are now or soon shall be like your friends. Ignore God's warnings. Ignoring them. Ignoring the warnings of alcohol. Number 3, wine is a mocker, strong drink is raging. Whosoever is deceived thereby is not wise. Warning. Walked in the jail one time to speak. There was a good-looking, sharp, well manicured, or well, you could tell he just didn't fit. And he told me a story. He's a dentist. Made a few $100,000 a year. And he hadn't drank for 10 years. It was New Year's Eve, and they were going out, and he hadn't drank for a long time, so it'll be okay. And on the way home, he hit somebody, killed him. Vehicular homicide, and he went to prison. What happened? Didn't heed the warning. It's okay. We can do it. Warnings. Okay? Parents warning children, obey your parents. If your children are not obeying, you better fix it. It's a warning. Warning. Disobedient to parents. God says worthy of death. It's a big deal. And if your children aren't obeying, oh, it's a phase. They'll grow out of it. Yep, they'll grow into something stronger. Number 5, warning. Marriage. Marriage. Rejoice with the wife of your youth. Husbands, love your wives. Wives, see that you reverence your husband. Make sure the marriage is the right way, the way it's supposed to be. Warning signs. If the intimacy or love or care or communication isn't right, you better get that fixed. Or it's going to cause warnings and problems. Number 6, financial. God gives us warnings. What to do to be blessed. Tithe, debts, needs, wants. That's our order of priorities. Put God first, then debts, then needs, then wants. Well, I got to eat. My God shall supply all your need. Give us this day our daily bread. God knows we have need of food, and He'll provide it. He'll provide it. And so make sure that you're doing that. And number 7, the warnings of salvation and eternity. When should you get saved? Today. Today is the day of salvation. Don't put it off. One man in the Bible told Paul he waited for a more convenient season. Never came. As far as we know, he's in hell. Another guy said, I'll hear of this matter again. As far as we know, he never did. As far as we know, he's in hell. Another one said, thou almost persuadest me to be a Christian. Wow. Almost. Almost. As far as we know, they never got saved. Hey, write this website down and go to it. 5, the number 5, dash 16-30.com. Real simple. The number 5-16-30.com. Write that down. Go watch it. Make sure you know you're on your way to heaven. Today is the day of salvation. God warned us. He warned us and warned us and warned us. If we die without Christ, we'll be in hell for eternity. How many people haven't heard that? Make sure you heed that warning. God warns us, hey, don't be like the Chernobyl and just keep turning off the warning lights. They're there for a reason. God gave the stories, the principles, all the examples in the Bible for us to learn from so we don't have to go through those ourselves. All right? Heed the warnings. Have a great week. God bless.